Hewitt turning, scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime, and don't ever play Lady of Spain again. Hewitt creating space. Hewitt turning, scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime, and don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
One field, one coach, one moment. That's all it takes to change a child's future. That's something that I want to be a part of. How about you? I'm Matt Major, Area Director of Ambassadors Football Pittsburgh. Get involved today. Visit us online and join the team.
I use Book a Limo on all my trips. They have drivers everywhere.
I always feel safe when I travel with their chauffeurs, from hello to goodbye.
Checking rates, booking, and managing clients' reservations online is so easy.
The confirmations, trip reminders, and car status updates are great when I'm on the go.
I want my clients to have the best experience during their trip. That's why I've used Book a Limo for the past 30 years.
What's your destination? Book a limo, any car, anywhere.
Gonna get up pretty, baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Hewitt creating space. Hewitt turning, scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime, and don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Why are so many companies, unions, and organizations across the country choosing the Avia dental plan?
Because group plans start at as little as $5 per month, and groups can save 20 to 80% off of high-quality dental care.
Everyone qualifies, and there's no waiting or limits on visits to the dentist.
Call now and save $20, plus get 3 months free.
Call now and you may be able to save $20 and get 3 months free. 1-888-431-CARE or visit aviadental.com.
Good evening and welcome to TenbandTV for the CHMA semifinal matchup between John Carroll University and the Kent State Golden Flashes. Before I get ahead of myself, my name is Josh Yates. With me, Alex Duffalo, alongside of me, as well as Ian Murray, as we will be sort of tag teaming this call here tonight. Of course, it's a big game. A lot high stakes on the line. The winner heads to the championship. Just a brief moment ago, West Virginia took care of business in the semifinal and upset Indiana University of Pennsylvania to notch their name in that initial championship matchup. So the winner here will head to face West Virginia tomorrow afternoon for the Cup, as we are getting ready for some starting lineups here, and we got a good one in front of us.
We certainly do, and I mean, you saw Kent State take care of Duquesne pretty easily last night there with the 7-2 victory over there. And once again, I mean, it was a pretty back and forth game for the first 2 periods, and then it was just an onslaught there from Kent State in the 3rd period. So we'll have to see how well they can respond. One thing that did help them, though, was they did get out to that giant lead early in the 3rd, so they were able to rest the legs there later on in that 3rd period. So we'll have to see how their legs play out here against the John Carroll team, who comes in with rested legs, getting the bye yesterday.
Of course, the fatigue is always going to be something that's in the back of the minds of the head coaches, especially in just a 3-week championship tournament weekend. You have teams that are, of course, West Virginia. They're going to be playing 3 days in a row. Goaltenders are going to be a little bit weaker in the legs, and same way with skaters. So, of course, we'll see how that plays into a game like this. Kent State played last night, John Carroll getting the bye. We're going to get ready for the national anthem here between John Carroll and Kent State. Of course, John Carroll wearing all white, attacking from right to left to start. Kent State wearing those navy blue sweaters, attacking from left to right. We will be ready to present you this game right in front of us. National anthem ready to go, and both teams ready to go toe-to-toe here in the semifinal game. Starting lineups ready to go. In between the pipes for their respective squads, it's going to be Jack Zakluski for John Carroll and his Blue Streaks with an .886 save percentage and a 4-4-2 record on the year. Opposing him across the ice, it's going to be Kyle Bartlett. He's with an .881 save percentage and a 5-7-1 record on the season. His last matchup against John Carroll, he took the loss after going 28 for 32 on the opposing side. Zakluski got the win 28-31 on his shot attempt to save ratio. So we'll see if Zakluski can continue to hold Kent State's number. And of course, if Bartlett can reverse that notion.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see this matchup here. I mean, both teams have some pretty speedy players on their squads, so I think we're going to have quite the race car match almost out there.
Of course, we can't go without mentioning it's going to be number 27 and number 20 in the Navy and gold. That's Cornell Kaibas and Nick Katea, two of the top scorers in all of the CHMA. And I should add, the number 1 scorer in all of the ACHA in Cornell Kaibas, 60 total points. Is Kent State getting on their attack early. Zakluski held through with that blocker save, though. So Kaibas is definitely going to be a problem here, and one of one of the highlighted players, you could say, for John Carroll to look out for. There's Kent State. Go ahead.
No, and he definitely made his presence known last night in the game against Duquesne. He was one of the primary scorers that just led this Kent State team to the victory over Duquesne.
Yeah, Kybos notched 2 last night, as well as Jules Yardine was another one that found the back of the net, and of course Chasen Sailing on the PK. So they had all sorts of scoring, like you mentioned, an onslaught in the third period. It's been the story so far here throughout the CHMA playoffs. We'll see if it holds true into this game. Yardine sliding it out into neutral ice. That's Kybos bringing it in. He'll just dump it down deep into the zone. Zaklusi's going to play it. Shuffled pass upward. It's Sean Deacon, intercepted by Kolpin, and Covelli playing catch with it down into his own zone. Martin swiping it forward as well. There's LaGreca on the right wing. A toe drag around, a shot. A save by Bartlett. What a move. Another cross-ice feed. There was no trouble there, though. Into the zone. Hall slides one. It rides wide. Left it on the ice as well, looking for that deflection on the back door. Now over the blue line, it's Kolpin. Now here's Hall. Picked away, going the other way. It's going to be Lucas Wu. Keeps it to his backhand, pushing it, centering feed. Nobody there on the back door. Picked off by Bianchin. He'll throw it off the boards. Now it's Sailing, intercepted by John Carroll. Mitchell swiping it down deeper. Giving him help is Logan Miller on that hit. Kraft just shuffling it in on Bartlett. He'll swipe it away. It's all the way out to the neutral zone now. Lucas Wu back to retreat for the Blue Streaks, as it's going to be an icing against Kent State. Face-off coming all the way back down to John Carroll's offensive zone. Will be to the left of Bartlett. Coming in to take this draw for John Carroll, it's Samuel Herr. 20 points on the year. He ties him up there right off the draw. Sweeping in is Austin Malley. Holding it to his backhand is Falkowski for Kent State. Now it's Miller trying to advance it forward. Pushed back in by Zemrak. Mitchell guiding it up the wall. He hits Ushindi at the point. He'll fire. Deflection pushes it to the near side. Now it's Falkowski guiding it up this near wall. Trying to get it out of the zone. John Carroll pushes him back the other way. There's Hale fighting for it with Zemrak. There's Sailing. All the way over for his D partner. Now it's slid all the way out to the zone. Ushindi was unable to slow it up. It's going to be Zakluski to play it out. Here's Herr swiping it forward for Malley. He's just going to chop at it and get it out of the zone. Malley finishing his check. Here's Liam Norton. He'll swipe it into the zone for the Golden Flashes. Back to collect it is Ushindi. Ushindi cross-ice feed. Nothing there for the Blue Streaks. It's picked up by Odstrel. Forwarding pass for Parker. He gets the tip in. Covelli back to collect for John Carroll. Up the far side, Plinta stabbing at it, trying to get it across the blue line. Held in there by Angel Nikolov. Now across the blue line, John Carroll goes. Through the middle, it's Plinta. He's pushed into that far corner, dropping it back. In the high slot, one-timer by Tuggy. Shuffling puck through, kept out by Bartlett. Now Cronin in the far corner. Down on the goal line, again, Tuggy swiping at it, and in that low slot, he'll pick up his own rebound. Luke Deacon fires a couple deflections in the blue paint, still in front, but now it's out to some safety for Kent State. It's Cronin picks it up and is looking to take it right back in. He does just that. High slot, he finds the back. Bar down for John Carroll, and they'll take the early 1-goal lead.
That was an absolutely beautiful shot. What a snipe.
Take another look at it. Of course, off the stick of Colin Cronin. A 29-point season. He had 2 goals in the last matchup against the Golden Flashes, so certainly he has something against off of Kyle Bartlett. There's the firing shot straight down and cross that goal line. John Carroll off to an early start, just under 4 minutes into this game. Now here's Kent State. From their own zone, cross ice feed going the other way. It's Jardine. Take it all the way in, a low angle shot stopped by Zakluski. Swept out by the defenseman, another try, pad save. That was off the stick of Kyle Holmes. He had a goal last night in that game against Duquesne. John Carroll into the zone again. Sean Deacon trying to feed it in close for Lagrica. Now another backhand try, swiping at it is Martin. Pinned over on that half wall, out to neutral ice now, as unable to keep that blue line was Lucas Wu. Swiping it right back out, Kent State. That one will go all the way in on Zakluski's net, but he'll keep the play alive for Wu. Rolling legs for John Carroll. Some fresh legs out for the Golden Flashes as well. Wu's just gonna dump it in. Bartlett out of his crease to corral it. Pushes it forward for Hall. He feeds Sanchez up the ice, now coming up right through the middle. It's Sailing. He'll drop it for Colby and trying to cross it for Hall. Hall again shuffles one in, but it hits the outside of the cage. Still another backhand try in front, right in front. Couple of rebounds, but Kent State unable to hold the blue line. A lot of chaos in there. The first really true test for Kent State.
Whole lot of stick battling and stick checking going on in this game. I mean, this is, compared to all season that we've done, Josh, this is some of the most stick-to-stick contact I've heard in a long time.
Certainly they're just filling lanes as they do. Is that puck rifled up near us? Everybody seems to be all right. How to play, it'll be a face-off in Kent State's zone. John Carroll looking to get back on the offensive.
Now John Carroll is playing pretty well so far. I think they're having a little bit of the advantage of composure in the offensive zone.
The try right in front, easy.
Case in point right there.
It was Tanner Plinta for the Blue Streaks right off the draw. John Carroll right out of the gate just getting to action, 2-0 now the score.
Yeah, see the replay here. I mean, a beautiful face-off win regardless, and just an absolute beautiful pass behind him, eyes in the back of his head.
Sean Deacon that was just setting the stage for Tanner Plinta. Found the back of the net past Bartlett. Again, right off the draw, John Carroll just pinning Kent State in their own zone. McGuffin trying to get it out of the zone. He does just that. Hale has control right in front of the penalty box. Big hit right in front of that box. Covelli hitting the ice. Now John Carroll stretching it, a saucer pass right at the middle of the ice. Tuggy trying to reel it down. Here are the Golden Flashes starting their rush. Cutting right through that center logo. It's McGuffin on his backhand and right through traffic. He'll take it down below the goal line. Centering in tight for Bryson Miller. But picked off by the Blue Streaks. Huge hit. Norton just laying the body. Now Kraft gonna shuffle one back into the zone. Kent State, the defensive pairing, playing catch below the goal line. A little bit of a hit behind the play. They'll let him go. Burning it up that left side. Bianchin fighting through traffic with some room now. Jardine fires. Zakluski, has the answer. Point blank opportunity for Jardine. It was Zakluski closing that angle right off.
Yeah, and Kent State, they're going to need more of those opportunities here going forward. They just need something to kind of get momentum shifted back towards their side just a little bit, whether it's a big hit or just a couple opportunities like that, just something to kind of get themselves back in this game. I mean, they're only down 2, but there's still plenty of time left.
And I think that was exactly the thought process in that Norton hit here on the blue line. Another try by Kent State. Still in front now. It's being batted at. Lagrica skating away with it now. But as I was saying, he's just trying to set the tone for his guys on his bench and get him moving. Of course, only 7 minutes and some change into this game, and they're already playing from behind. There's Odstrel evading on the back check. It's kept in there by Plinta, trying to hit Lagrica in the slot. But again, it's Jardine just swiping it and coming across the center logo. They have numbers if they hurry. The shot on pass off pads was the intended play there, but Zakluski able to glove it out of the air. Be an offensive zone draw for the Golden Flashes.
Kent State seems to be pushing the momentum back in their favor just a little bit here. A lot more offensive zone time.
Fighting forward in that far corner. Henry Shea's involved centering it out. Now the loose puck still being fought for. Sanchez swiping it back down into the zone. Herr trying to throw it along that back wall. He does just that. There's a hit on the far side as well. Chipped up off the glass and out of play, but calling for it here on the near side is Colpine. He feeds Hale in a backhand try on the short angle. The rebound found the stick of Sanchez, but he's taken to that far corner. O'Malley able to guide it out to the neutral zone. Sealing has control. He backhands it to his fellow forward. Now with Sanchez again, high slot, leaving it on the ice, some deflection, push it to the near side. Swipe back down below now. It's Colpine. He brings it up the wall and hits Sailing. Sailing just sending it back down to safety, but John Carroll has control now. Sailing bats it down in the neutral zone. The Golden Flashes in the midst of a change, as well as the Blue Streaks. Just slowly goes all the way down for the John Carroll defenseman. Here's Malley at the blue line now. Trying to guide Plinta upward. Plinta just shuffling it down, and there's just two unstoppable forces running into each other on the blue line. Neither man hit the ice. It's certainly a show of power for sure.
Yeah, and they both went back the same amount of distance. It was almost like a science experiment.
Yeah, what do they call that? What do they call that, Alex? With the balls? Do you know, Ian? I don't know, the momentum thing. That's what it looked like.
The three in between, one swinging, energy transfers to the last one.
Man, I wish we were scientists.
And it's probably a good thing we are. I think we're in the right profession.
Right. Here's the face-off to the left, right of Zakluski. Kent State wins the draw. Coming away with it now with some speed. It's Charlie Tuggy, one of the top scorers for the Blue Streaks. A little move around the defenseman. He'll just swipe it down below the goal line for Ushindi. Ushindi so strong on his skates. He showed it time and time again all year. He's showing it off now as well. He knows how to grind in the corners. Now all the way back to the neutral zone. One-touch pass for Tuggy. He's just going to rifle it into the zone off of some Kent State equipment as well. That'll slow it up. That's Kyle Holmes up the ice for Jardine. He feeds it upward for Bianchin. Bianchin drop pass for Kaibas, but caught up in the skates there of John Carroll. Now Sean Deacon cross-ice feed. He hits Camden Martin. Another drop pass, high slot. Here's Sean Deacon. He puts a move on backhand. Ew!
Wow!
What a disgusting move. And it's just like that, a 3-0 game for the Blue Streaks.
You is right, Josh. I have no other words for that disgusting goal, like you said. I mean, we'll take a replay at it here, but a Crosby-esque backhand, if you will.
Just danced right through traffic and let it ride down the blade of his stick on his backhand and roofed it.
He had a nice little shake there when he received the puck, too, almost like trying to shimmy him with a fake snapshot.
Kent State down early, but certainly not out, as we saw a penalty during the break there. So Kent State's going to be on their first power play opportunity here of the evening. We'll see if that can maybe be the spark plug here in this game, get their offense rolling. There's Nick Katea guiding it forward for Jardine. He'll take it into the zone, but that penalty-killing unit slowing it up. Jardine spins the block. He takes it across the blue line. Here's Katea at the point. Cross-ice feed Jardine, the intended receiver. They have Miller there on the bump roll. Now here's Katea again on the point. High slot, Katea making a desperation play to hold the blue line, and he does just that. Now Jardine back to Katea. Snap pass back to Jardine. Down below the goal line, one touch. He's trying to hit Miller in close. And he was tied up. John Carroll gets the clear. 45 seconds already down in this power play for Kent State. See if they can get it started here. There's Kyle Holmes. He'll skate it over the John Carroll blue line and reverse the boards to the far side. There's a shot down below. It's blocked in and caught by a fellow Golden Flash. Again, here's Kai Boss. He's trying to hit Holmes streaking down in that slot, but a couple of sticks jarred it loose. Kai Boss again. Here's Bianchin on the left wing. Katea up high. Bianchin fires. It rides high. I think it hit the glove of Zakluski up into the netting. It hit something for sure.
That was some overall just great shift on that power play from Kent State. You can't be too displeased with how well you were moving the puck around the zone.
Certainly just feeling out those passing lanes, especially with that first power play unit out there. Now they'll look to capitalize with their second unit now. There's Holmes, unable to hold the blue line, so he waits for the blue streak to come grab it. So they'll get the offsides. A little confusion there from Jack Hale. Of course, he thought he was the only one that was offsides. Just touched it up, but it's going to be an ozone draw for John Carroll. 24 seconds left on their penalty kill. Here's Sean Deacon at the dot for the Blue Streaks. He wins it straight back and just shuffles it down even deeper into Kent State's zone. Bartlett out to play it as well. So they'll start their rush now.
15 seconds left on the power play. They just need to establish zone presence.
Kyle Holmes just firing it into the zone. John Carroll doing a little bit of the same. They'll shoot it all the way down. Bartlett well out of his crease to corral it. Martin giving him a little pressure. He made him step just a little bit quicker. Now there's Falkowski. Caught in the skates. Holmes trying to forward it. Tuggy just being a pest. Here's Barry now. Forward for Jack Hale. Into the zone. Pushing it onto his backhand. He tries to center it in close. A lot of traffic. It's held in there by Zakluski. Sort of a covered vision for us, but we just saw it sort of, the seas split and Zakluski had it help.
I almost forgot we have this nice little Purdy monitor for us up here. Give us some different camera angles to look at instead of our naked eye view.
That's for sure. 10 seconds left. On that penalty kill. Oddstrom, he's just going to shoot it right back in. So now we're back to full strength. Cronin cutting right across that blue line. He feeds it forward. A shot on, stopped by Bartlett off the stick of Bryce Colpine. Excuse me. That was Luke Deacon firing that one. Of course, these two teams trying to settle their season series as well. John Carroll took a 6-4 loss earlier in the season in October, and they were able to best Kent State 4-3 just a couple of weeks ago. This will be the grudge match. A high backhand all the way down for the clear. But now it's Katea up high. Cutting across the middle. Here's Holmes over the blue line. He fires one in. Covelli got a stick on it, though, to push it down below the goal line. Covelli again with a little fake pass to cut right through the middle. Now he's trying to push it forward for Maroon. Gets it to Mitchell at the center line, and he will dump it down into the O-zone. On that wall, Oddstrom trying to forward it for Kai Boss. Here's Jardine now. Over the blue line. Toe drag a shot with the screen, and the rebound out for Wu to clear it all the way through. Now John Carroll has the numbers if they hurry that back checker. A little bit behind, they stay on sides. Here's Kraft taking a no-look shot, stopped by Bartlett, and the rebound down into the near corner. Here's Wu again at the blue line looking for deflection. Pad saved by Bartlett. Jardine feeds it from the wall for Bianchin. Now Sean Deacon picks up the loose change. They'll take it right into the zone. A nice little move to get around that streaking Falkowski, but he's the only blue streak down into the zone. Now he gets some help. Centering in front, Sean Deacon was unaware that puck was coming from behind him. Into the zone now, it's Hall. They stay on sides. Colpine trying to drag that skate as that one is now chipped up into the John Carroll bench and out of play. Just under 6 minutes to go here in the first period. John Carroll with the 3-goal cushion. Of course, Kent State looking to notch their first of the night.
And I think at this point, Kent State has kind of settled in because those 3 goals came pretty quick at the start of this game. And with about, like you brought up, about just under 6 minutes to go here, Kent State seems to have found their kind of groove, and now they need to find how to capitalize on it.
Certainly have been sort of working more like a machine in their offensive zone as of the last couple of minutes. Of course, compared to their first couple of minutes in the game, certainly a huge improvement. There's the face-off in John Carroll's zone after the icing call. Ushindi trying to clear the zone with it. And he chips it all the way out. Sean Deacon advancing it as well. There's Kyle Holmes back to collect. They're going to call the icing there. So they were unable to get the line. So we'll head right back down to the offensive zone for the Golden Flashes. So it would be big if Kent State could head into the locker room with even just 1 on that scoreboard. 40 minutes to play with a 3-goal deficit is certainly an uphill climb.
Certainly is. I mean, especially against John Carroll, who, won the CHMA championship last year over IUP. So that is going to be an interesting thing to watch here, is John Carroll just trying to punch their ticket back to the championship here. But so Kent State is going to have a tough uphill battle here for the remainder of the game, but there's certainly time, and they certainly have the talent to come back in this one.
So they're trying to get settled now in the offensive zone. There's Holmes with a little room. He'll fire and leave it on the ice, throwing it off the end wall. A low angle shot hits the outside of the cage as well. There's a one-timer from the point, a couple of deflections, and we have a delayed penalty against Kent State. I think they're going to take Colpian for the slash.
Yeah, I think Colpian, it didn't look intentional. It was more of like I think the puck bounced off his shoulder.
He was a reactionary, yeah.
And I'm trying to bat it out of midair for a goal. And there was no puck there. He caught all arm, pretty much.
In the eyes of the official, it does not matter if the puck is there or not. They will take him for the slash regardless. So it'll be John Carroll on the power play for a pretty good chunk of what's remaining in this first period. See if they can capitalize it and notch 1 more to this already fruitful first period. Face off in their own zone. Sean Deacon at the point. They'll slide it down low for Lagrica, diving into that crease. Were some Golden Flashes, and it was much needed as well. Right in front for that chance was, Luke Deacon. Now burning right through the neutral zone, it's Colin Cronin. Cuts around that face-off circle down below the goal line now. He'll drop it off for Lagrica. He takes a hit for his efforts. Sailing just sending it to some safety. Cleared all the way down by Kent State. Zakluski playing it out of his net. Again, here's Tuggy. Such a quick skater he is. He just burned right through, goes up high. Bartlett had the initial save, and it's still bouncing out in front, now down below the goal line. Sent out up high for John Carroll. It's Tuggy. Now down for Cronin on the left wing and cutting right across the middle. Lagrica with some room. He tried to go on that near side. But Kent State tries to get the clear. That puck came sort of careening off that glass in a weird way that Kent State was able to get the clear. Just 40 seconds and counting remaining here on the penalty. Assessed to Kent State. Sean Carroll trying to get back into the zone on the power play. Through center ice. There's Malley at the point. To some safety, Luke Deacon trying to cross it, but Kent State holding it out. Another try in front. The loose puck bouncing at it. Malley collects it. He sends an area pass for Luke Deacon. Luke Deacon back to Malley. Malley sends it down low to Camden Martin. Center ice feed. He had Plinta streaking down, but no dice. A little bit of an interception. Here's Adrian Sanchez off to a foot race, but what a defensive play on that back check by John Carroll. That was Anthony Lagrica just hustling all the way through the neutral zone. He was able to get the step on Adrian Sanchez.
Yeah, and that's a high risk, high reward. Either you get the trip and give up a penalty shot, or you make a play of the game.
John Carroll now back to full strength after that Colpine penalty. Kent State looking to get their offense back on their side of the ice. Now Miller drops it off and loses control of it. And Hale burning through and laying a hit down. Here's Miller with some room all alone. He fires and scores! Just hit that corner post and it ran all the way through the net and right back out. As here comes the Golden Flashes just chipping away.
And that's what you got to do, is you just got to chip away here as we take a look at the replay here. And I mean, they had it back from their own blue line and then just caught John Carroll on a bad change there. He was able to go in all alone on Zukowski there and just bury it into the back of the net there for the Kent State goal, and that's exactly what they need here with 2:30. He was able to use the momentum from their penalty kill in order to create that goal.
Much needed one at that. We were just talking about how they would love to go into the room with just one on the board for confidence sake. They say the 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey. Of course, one more and it certainly becomes a game. They're right back on offense. Cornell Kybos was the intended receiver on that centering feed. It's sent right back in by Odstro on the John Carroll clear. Wu giving chase in that far side. The loose puck does bounce up and out of play. Just 2:07 in the first period, but it's a no-zone draw for the Golden Flashes. Right at the dot, ready to go after the infraction. They'll keep the same 2 in there. It'll be Adrian Sanchez taking it for the Kent State Golden Flashes. Now Kybos picks it up off the draw. Shot one in, but now John Carroll bringing it up the ice. Herr takes a hit on his entry into the zone. There's Nikolov hitting the ice as he's hurt for sure. His face is in his palms and there's no whistle. Sits behind the play now. The officials call it. Not sure really what happened there. Nikolov just was burning around that far side and kind of hit the deck. He might have taken a weird hit into the boards.
Yeah, he was able to get up under his own power and skate off to the bench a little gingerly, but sitting over there on the bench now looks to be okay. There requires no further assistance. So we'll see if he makes his next shift out there on the ice.
No zone draw for John Carroll. A shot right off the draw, a stick save by Bartlett. Martin fighting for it on the near side as well. Here's Lagrica aiding on that puck battle, but Sanchez for Kent State skating away with it. He'll dump it into the zone. Hall giving chase. Ushindi burning up the right side. Another one-touch pass. Trying to feed Sean Deacon right into the zone. Ushindi back to collect here on the half wall. He'll just guide it forward and out to some empty ice. Sean Deacon with the cross ice feed. Burning down that right side and taking a hit for his efforts is Camden Martin. Now here's Kent State. It's Chasen sailing. Nice little move around Lagrica. He takes it all the way down into the zone. Below the goal line. Well, Circuit and backhand it for Kybos. Kybos is glued to the wall. Stick battle there on the far side. Swiped out to the neutral zone. Kent State trying to get back in now. McGuffin over the blue line. Briefly lost it. Jardine held to the blue line. He leaves a shot on the ice. It just guides its way all the way through Zakluski's 5-hole. And it's a 1-goal game.
Talk about timely. 35.2 left remaining in this period, and watch it all the way in. Great job at least entering the zone there. But watch this shot. Keeps it low to the ground, right through the 5-hole.
It may have been deflected out there and tipped in there out front. And I mean, there's the same thing that was happening in our first semifinal matchup today as well. We'll see who the referees officially give it to there, but it was Kent State got bodies there towards the net, and even if it wasn't tipped, it certainly affected the vision there of Zwiski.
Here's Dougie with some room all alone. He's held out by Bartlett. Sorry to cut you off there, Ian. It was just out of nowhere. He just sprung loose and right through the defenseman he went. 8 seconds and counting remaining in this first period. Kent State's just going to play catch behind their own goal line for some safety, but man, what a first period. John Carroll with an early 3-goal lead and come fighting back, come the Golden Flashes to make it a 1-goal game heading into this first intermission.
If you're John Carroll coming back, you want to end up recreating the same product. You want to get another 3 goals and stack it on, and they can do just that, but they also got to think about what went wrong. What, after they scored the 3 goals, allowed Kent State to get back in this game? Because for that first 3 minutes, I mean, I thought that they were just going to run through them that whole entire period. And then Kent State started pushing back a little bit more, and they started figuring it out. So if I was John Carroll, I would be worried that Kent State's going to come out and slap us around silly in the second period.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it all started back there for Kent State with that hit kind of right there at center ice. It just seemed like it got the juices flowing for Kent State. After that few minutes, they got their legs underneath of them, and then off to the races they went against John Carroll. And like you were saying, John Carroll they controlled the first few minutes, but after that, it was all Kent State there in that first period. So Kent State, you guys just got to eliminate those first 3 minutes and then take what you had for the rest of about the 17 minutes of that first period and carry it on through the rest of the game. Yep. But if you're John Carroll, you're certainly going to have to try to switch things up here in the locker room.
Well, that's where we'll close out this first period of play. 3-2 the score. John Carroll with that 1-goal cushion. For TenbandTV, my name is Josh Yates. With me, Alex Duffalo and Ian Murray. We'll be back to present you the second period of play. Now across the blue line, John Carroll goes through the middle. It's Plinta. He's pushed into that far corner, dropping it back in the high slot. One-timer by Tuggy, shuffling puck through, kept out by Barton in front, but now it's out to some safety for Kent State. It's Cronin picks it up and is looking to take it right back in. He does just that. High slot, he finds the back. Bar down for John Carroll, and they'll take the early 1-goal lead.
Having a little bit of the advantage of composure in the offensive zone.
The try right in front, easy.
Case in point right there.
Back in this game. I mean, they're only down 2, but there's still plenty of time left.
And I think that was exactly the thought process in that Norton hit here on the blue line. Another try by Kent State for Kaibas, but caught up in the skates there of John Carroll. Now Sean Deacon cross-ice feed. He hits Camden Martin. Another drop pass, high slot. Here's Sean Deacon. He puts a move on backhand. Ew!
Wow!
What a disgusting move. Through center ice. There's Malley at the point. To some safety. Luke Deacon trying to cross it, but Kent State holding it out. Another try in front. The loose puck on their side of the ice. Now Miller drops it off and loses control of it. And Hale burning through and laying a hit down. Here's Miller with some room all alone. He fires and scores! Just hit that corner post and it ran all the way out to the neutral zone. Kent State trying to get back in now. McGuffin over the blue line. Bridgely lost it. Jardine held the blue line. He leaves a shot on the ice. It just guides its way all the way through Zaklewski's 5-hole.
Towards the net, and even if it wasn't tipped, it certainly affected the vision there of Zawiski.
Here's Tuggy with some room all alone. He's held out by Bartlett.
Creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime, and don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Get in on the secret, get into a colder beer. Gonna get out, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Hewitt creating space. Hewitt turning, scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime, and don't ever play Lady of Spain again. Hewitt creating space. Hewitt turning, scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime, and don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Hey Yins guys, just a reminder, Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer are good food. Whether you're cooking at home or tailgating, grab an original Yinzer dog, kielbasa, pierogies, and lushkis at Giant Eagle. Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer, a match made in Pittsburgh.
One field, one coach, one moment. That's all it takes to change a child's future. That's something that I want to be a part of. How about you? I'm Matt Major, Area Director of Ambassadors Football Pittsburgh. Get involved today. Visit us online and join the team.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Hey Yins guys, just a reminder, Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer are good food. Whether you're cooking at home or tailgating, grab an original Yinzer dog, kielbasa, pierogies, and lushkis at Giant Eagle. Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer, a match made in Pittsburgh.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Now across the blue line, John Carroll goes through the middle. It's Plinta. He's pushed into that far corner, dropping it back in the high slot. One-timer by Tuggy, shuffling puck through, kept out by Barton in front, but now it's out to some safety for Kent State. It's Cronin picks it up and is looking to take it right back in. He does just that. High slot, he finds the back. Bar down for John Carroll, and they'll take the early one-goal lead.
Having a little bit of the advantage of composure in the offensive zone.
Try right in front, easy.
Case in point right there.
Back in this game. I mean, they're only down 2, but there's still plenty of time left.
And I think that was exactly the thought process in that Norton hit here on the blue line. Another try by Kent State for Kaibos, but caught up in the skates there of John Carroll. Now Sean Deacon cross-ice feed. He hits Camden Martin. Another drop pass, high slot. Here's Sean Deacon. He puts a move on backhand. Ew!
Wow!
What a disgusting move. Through center ice. There's Malley at the point. To some safety, Luke Deacon trying to cross it, but Kent State holding it out. Another try in front. The loose puck on their side of the ice. Now Miller drops it off and loses control of it. And Hale burning through and laying a hit down. Here's Miller with some room all alone. He fires and scores! Just hit that corner post and it ran all the way out to the neutral zone. Kent State trying to get back in now. McGuffin over the blue line. Briefly lost it. Jardine held to the blue line. He leaves a shot on the ice. It just guides its way all the way through Zakluski's 5-hole.
Towards the net, and even if it wasn't tipped, it certainly affected the vision there of Zawiski.
Here's Tuggy with some room all alone. He's held out by Bartlett.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
From horses to hunting, Carhartt to Carolina, 2 wheels or 4, from Timberland Pro to playing in the snow. What do all these people have in common? They shop at Locust Grove Country Shop in Apollo. Call 724-478-1846 or online at locustgrovepa.com.
Hey, it's Aaron Miller, the Pittsburgh mortgage guy, letting you know mortgage rates have dropped, and it might be time to refinance or cash out your equity. I'll run your cost-benefit options to see if it makes sense. Call me, your trusted mortgage advisor.
Hey Yins guys, just a reminder, Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer are good food. Whether you're cooking at home or tailgating, grab an original Yinzer dog, kielbasa, pierogies, and lushkis at Giant Eagle. Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer, a match made in Pittsburgh.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays. Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Hey Yins guys, just a reminder, Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer are good food. Whether you're cooking at home or tailgating, grab an original Yinzer dog, kielbasa, pierogies, and lushkis at Giant Eagle. Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer, a match made in Pittsburgh. Hey Yins guys, just a reminder, Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer are good food. Whether you're cooking at home or tailgating, grab an original Yinzer dog, kielbasa, pierogies, and lushkis at Giant Eagle. Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer, a match made in Pittsburgh. Hey Yins guys, just a reminder, Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer are good food. Whether you're cooking at home or tailgating, grab an original Yinzer dog, kielbasa, pierogies, and lushkis at Giant Eagle. Yinzer dogs and Cooler Beer, a match made in Pittsburgh.
I use Book a Limo on all my trips. They have drivers everywhere.
I always feel safe when I travel with their chauffeurs, from hello to goodbye.
Checking rates, booking, and managing clients' reservations online is so easy.
The confirmations, trip reminders, and car status updates are great when I'm on the go.
I want my clients to have the best experience during their trip. That's why I've used Book a Limo for the past 30 years.
What's your destination? Book a limo, any car, anywhere.
One field, one coach, one moment. That's all it takes to change a child's future. That's something that I want to be a part of. How about you? I'm Matt Major, Area Director of Ambassadors Football Pittsburgh. Get involved today. Visit us online and join the team.
Hello all and welcome back to the second period of play here on TenbandTV. John Carroll versus Kent State, and quite the fruitful period we had in the first. It was John Carroll off to a 3-goal start unanswered, and Kent State, like we mentioned, had a crucial penalty kill. They used that momentum to jump on the Blue Streaks and notch 2 more right before the end of the period. They're going to look to do a little bit more of the same and, of course, equalize the score here in the second. This is the number 2 ranked John Carroll versus the number 3 Kent State. Earlier today, we saw West Virginia ranked in the number 4 spot, upset number 1 IUP. So they're playing on Championship Sunday tomorrow afternoon. This game will settle who is going to face the Mountaineers here in their home rink. So we're getting ready for the puck drop now. Of course, goaltender switching side. It's Zakluski and his Blue Streaks in white attacking from left to right, and Bartlett in his Navy unis attacking from right to left. The Golden Flashes are. So we're back into play here. There's Charlie Tuggy right off the initial draw, one of the top scorers for the Blue Streaks. He'll shuffle one across looking for that backdoor attempt as he sort of runs into his teammate there behind the play. Now here's Kent State. Dropping it in, cross-ice feed. It's caught up in the skates of Luke Deacon on the trail. Guffin jabbing at it now as well. Dumped right back in. Kaibos and tight tries to feed Sanchez, I believe that was. Crashing down into the streak, but, into the slot. It was Zakluski with the glove save.
Yeah, it was good defense there from John Carroll. Had a couple sticks in the lane there and was able to not allow Kent State to get as much on the shot as they would want to there. So just overall good defense there by John Carroll here to begin the period.
Comes Camden Martin, but swiping it back down into the zone is Falkowski. Stretch feed hits Camden Martin on the opposing blue line as he takes a hit and hits the deck. Kent State guying it up the wall now, but a little reverse hit by Luke Deacon jars the puck loose. There's Falkowski again. He'll send it to his partner, that's Chasen Sealing. Now Kaibos into the zone, drop pass, but picked away by Lagrica, now going the other direction. It's Sean Deacon. He'll send it to Lagrica. There's 4 blue streaks in the zone, only 2 golden flashes. Now they get it out. They're sailing 2-on-1. He has Kaibos trailing a shot, shoulder save. Still the rebound in front. Kaibos working it down below the goal line. John Carroll with the attempted clear. Sealing unable to hold it in. Now Lagrica fighting for it in his own end. An area pass for Luke Deacon off the glass out to the neutral zone. They'll wave off that high stick. Now Colpeen sending it for Brady Hall. He'll dance it all the way in, but poked away by Covelli. There's Zemrak with a little speed. He finds the Kent State defenseman back to collect it. That's Nikolov. Upward for Hall. Hall with the cross-ice feed picked away by the blue streak. Zemrak gonna shuffle it into the zone. Nikolov picks it off. Zemrak holds the blue line, but here come the golden flashes the other way. Into the zone on the right side. A low percentage shot and an easy glove save for Jack Zakluski.
I think that's one of those situations where you realized your opportunity last time you had entering this zone. It didn't really work out. You weren't able to obtain it. And now you just fire one on the net and just get a quick face-off while you're in the zone and just establish that area.
Just barreling through. Malley just cutting right up through traffic. Here's John Carroll from their own end. Stretch feed. The intended receiver there is Zemrak. McGuffin picks up the loose puck. He takes it on the left side. Tries to center it. Zemrak got a stick on it. Here come the blue streaks the other way. And on the right side, he shoots a shot between Hall's legs. Now back here on the near corner. Kent State, that's McGuffin fighting for it. Malley down below the goal. Working his man, trying to center it up high. The defenseman coming down to help, that's Lucas Wu. He'll shoot one in, looking for a screen or a deflection. He didn't get it, it was chopped by Kent State going the other way. Here's Miller. Miller will fire, trying to go to that far side, but it's a glove save for Zakluski. And some words being shared after the whistle. Going to be some new legs for the Golden Flashes and some new legs for the Blue Streaks. Head to the face-off dot now. Puck dropped and won by John Carroll. And a quick turnover. Kaibos fires, and it was blockered away by Zakluski. And on paper, Cornell Kaibos, the most dangerous offensive threat in the league. So he's certainly not the guy you want there in that high danger zone. Now here's Ushindi fighting for it right in front of his own bench. Cronin picks it up. He spins right off of Kent State's streaking man. Now down low, it's Sealing. He's just fighting a lot of pressure down low. Ushindi with some room. He fires. It's eaten up by Bartlett. I'm not sure if he knew where it was, but he just froze, and it'll drop right in front of him after the whistle now.
Yeah, that has to be scary as a netminder. You don't know where it's at. You don't hear a goal called, so it's got to be somewhere in there.
Right.
It's got to be somewhere in the wickets.
Your only reaction is to make no reaction and not move. Of course, if you don't hear the whistle and don't hear them celebrating for a goal, just don't move. You don't want to knock it in. That's exactly what Bartlett did, and he got the whistle. The face-off in John Carroll's offensive zone. Sean Deacon taking that draw. He shoots one in, and it's patted away by Bartlett. Sailing to the loose puck now. He'll send it out, but it's an interception by John Carroll. Smart move by the defenseman not to step there. He just closes off Hale. That's Luke Deacon. Now calling for it on that far side. Bianchin fires one in. Pad save by Zakluski. The rebound over to Kolpin. Now down low, it's Hale centering, trying to hit Sanchez. All the way back out, Kolpin rifles it right back in. Covelli collecting the loose puck. He'll try and get the clear. Sean Deakins over there on that half wall. But they're just keeping John Carroll hemmed in their own zone. Now they get the clear. It's been pretty back and forth so far in these first 5 minutes of the second period. McGuffin taking a hit into that far corner. Down on the ice and slow to get up, that's Kyle Holmes. Now we get a late whistle. I think they're calling for the hand pass.
And I think he's down and hurt right now.
Yeah.
His body twisted up pretty bad when he got hit along them boards.
And he's sort of favoring that one leg as he heads to the bench. It's Kyle Holmes, the defenseman for Kent State. Still get a new defenseman out there, and of course, hockey players are the toughest out there. We'll wait and see if he's back out there for his next shift. Back ready to play now to the right of Bartlett. Bartlett comes to face off. Austin Malley's in there to take the draw.
Oh, just kidding.
And it's going to be her. Dropped and ready to go. Won by John Carroll. Here's Shea, a one-timer right off the draw, but it caught some skin and some equipment there of Hall. Now down below the goal line there, jabbing at it. A couple of bodies involved. Pinning it to that far corner. It's sailing. Now Sanchez coming to pick it up. Still fighting down below the goal line. Zemrak stabbing at it as well. Hall trying to guide it up the wall, but again, picked off by John Carroll and a wayward pass by Zemrak. Collected by Wu now. John Carroll has to tag up. They do so. Bartlett out of his net to corral it. Kent State going to get a quick line change. Some new forwards out there. Now here's Miller into the zone. He'll dart right across the middle. He'll lose control of the puck, though, on that Zemrak stick lift. Now Wu trying to close his man off as well. Falkowski one-timer. Sticked away into the far corner. It's going to start a rush for John Carroll. They'll just softly dump it in and get some fresh legs out there. It's a wholesale change. 5 new bodies. And Ushindi was hustling off that bench to cover Miller on the far side. 2 big hits right in front of us. Kraft taking a hit as well as Mitchell, both for John Carroll. Hale and Norton finishing their checks. There's Strittmatter. He'll cycle it in. He'll take a hit as well. The official involved in that mix. Now Ushindi loses an edge, but he gets it upward for Maroon. Maroon cuts right across the middle. Bodies all over the place. A shot, and it finds that logo of Bartlett's uniform. As now we're starting to see some of the emotion spill over. Some hits starting to rise. But overall, 2 very disciplined teams that know how to play a full 60 minutes without playing, undisciplined. We'll wait and see, of course. Just about 27 minutes, I think if I did my math correctly. Not a math major, of course, but what's remaining left in this game, it's been pretty tame so far. Puck battle down in that near corner. Guided all the way out. John Carroll's in control. It's Cronin. Back upward, a big hit there in open ice. Covelli found another hit on the receiving end of it. Tuggy trying to guide it up the wall as well. Shot right back in by Kent State.
Kent State was doing a great job there, putting pressure on the forecheck.
John Carroll, it's Luke Deacon slowing it up on the half wall, but he's facing Kaibos. Another hit there just to sort of sandwich their guy down below the goal line center. But Cronin's there to pick it up. We'll send it over to Covelli with some traffic in front. Bartlett made the stop. Rebound all the way out to Covelli on the far side. Plinta in the far corner. He takes a hit, it's just pinned to the glass there. Now Luke Deacon comes and picks up the change. 4 bodies in the mix. Tuggy slowly skating over to join the party as well, and he's just going to try and stab at it and pick it away. It's glued to that yellow kick plate. No movement in that mix over there. Now starting to sort of work itself out. There comes the puck. Out with it was Odstrel, but it's picked away by John Carroll. Again, it's Tuggy. Trying to send it over for Cronin centering there. Kybos with a little backhand chip, but held in by Tuggy there. John Carroll, they're just going to sort of have a standoff there. Now they blow the whistle, of course, for that high stick.
That reminds me of that one time during the MLB game when Miguel Cabrera was running home to home plate and he was thrown out by a mile and he started backing up.
Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do.
Backwards.
Standoff. Just gonna see if that Kent State guy was gonna slip up and maybe touch it and blow away the high stick call. Either way, we're back to play. Back in the neutral zone, it's Lucas Wu for John Carroll. He plays catch with his partner. Now Wu looking up ice. He's just going to send it down into the zone. It's Kent State, we're giving them nothing there on that entry. Another big hit there in the near corner. Hall sending it cross ice for Sanchez. Now all the way in, the shuffling puck. Rebounded by Hall. He'll shoot one in. It sort of took a weird bounce off the outside of the net. Now Sean Deacon. It's just held right back in there. That's Nikolov now coming to give him some help. Brady Hall. Excuse me, that's Adrian Sanchez. And he'll backhand it, trying to center for Colpine streaking down, but it was an interception by John Carroll.
Call the hand
Going to
pass.
call it for a hand pass. It's close. I think he almost might have reeled that. I think it was going out of play. I think he might have grabbed it over the bench and brought it back in.
He could have tried to be more nonchalant
Yeah.
with the hand pass, though. He kind of looked right at the official and did it right in front of him.
So we'll see the neutral ice draw on the offensive side for Kent State. Puck dropped, ready to go now, and it's right to Shea's control as he takes a hit right as he was trying to dump it in. Sent all the way down by Kent State, back to collect it as Wu. He'll drop it off for Henry Shea. Guiding it forward now, it's Miller. As he takes a hit down there on the half wall, excuse me, that's Austin Malley. Back to Kent State's control. A little chip pass and a hit behind the play. Malley trying to get on sides. John Carroll a little slow to get back, but now Malley trying to cut through the Kent State defenseman. And a stretch pass all the way down for Bianchin. You got a tip on it, so no icing. A little reverse hit as he stays on his feet, Bianchin does. Backhand looking for the center. A lot of white jerseys there to slow it up, though. Here comes Cronin. He'll just dump it into the zone as he had Falkowski closing in quick on him.
Dancing around a loose stick on the ice there.
That's Oddstrel, just kind of using it as an obstacle. Oddstrel guiding it for Falkowski. He'll rifle it into the zone. Zakluski just going to give it a little tap with the stick to slow it up. Ushindi couldn't pick that puck up. So now here's Kybos in the far corner. He spins off a hit. And Tuggy burning right through the neutral zone. Tries to put a move on. He's stood up there by Falkowski, and the loose puck collected now by Kent State. Just past the halfway point of this game. Of course, a one-goal lead. That one shuffling all the way down into John Carroll's control. That's Jack Zakluski. It's been pretty silent in the first 10 minutes of this second period, scoring-wise, of course. There's all action there in the first. A lot of physicality starting to reveal itself in this game as well. Jardine wins the faceoff right off the draw. Man. He had Kybos on the back door. It was a great back check by Plinta. Plinta now burning into the zone. Looking for a center. He tried to send it for Luke Deacon, but stick in the lane slowed it up. Now Kybos takes a couple of stick checks on its way through, but John Carroll just restarting it. Luke Deacon from the half wall. He'll hand it off down low. That's Plinta. Backhand chip all the way out. Just running him over is Cornell Kybos. The toe drag around. He goes for his backhand. Scores! That might be one of the best solo plays I have seen in my hockey play-by-play career.
Wow.
Cornell Kybos just taking it all the way in for himself after laying the body.
Oh my gosh. sits this man down, and watch this little toe drag deep. Whoop! And then a nice little backhand to finish it off. I mean, you said it best, Josh. That's one of the best seat plays I've seen at the collegiate level in general.
Talk about dominance on the ice. He single-handedly grabbed the puck and just took care of it by himself. Just tied the game right up. Now it's starting to feel like the momentum is in Kent State's favor. Cross-ice feed, Hall all the way on the far side. He shoots one and misses wide. Net off of its moorings. Zakluski hit that post pretty hard.
A little bit of a break for the guys as that puck went all the way down to the other side of the ice.
Yeah, but, I mean, going back to even Kybos could just made a play that could end up being the play of the year right there.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
For the Kent State going Flashes, just being able to tie this game back up, and Kybos just basically is deciding to just put his team on his back right now and carry them to the finish line here is what Kybos is trying to do.
And it wasn't just the play itself, but also on top of that, like you added, the clutchness of the goal. You're now tied up, I mean, halfway through the second period, the most important period of the game. This is the game that's going to send you to the finals. I mean, you want to talk about being clutch, that's the epitome of it.
Clutch gene, indeed. Cornell Kybos, like we mentioned before, just absolutely on a tear of a season. He had 2 goals last night against Duquesne. He has 2 so far here tonight. We'll double check that. He might only have 1, but either way, he is a top scorer. Certainly a dangerous one at that. He certainly shows no signs of stopping. Now in the near corner, Kent State not done. A shot on that one-time try, just missed wide. Falkowski on the back check, bouncing puck. Bartlett sort of had a little trouble slowing that one up. He was able to corral it after first initial couple of bounces. Either way, it'll be an ozone draw for John Carroll. It's been 3 unanswered goals by Kent State. And 3 unanswered to start from John Carroll. Here's the draw. We're back to play. Nikolov guiding it forward. Hall trying to stick check. John Carroll keeps control of it, though. Here's the centering feed. Shea shoots and misses wide. Big booming hit down there in the near corner. Zemrak stabbing at it as well. Stripmatter has it at Kent State's blue line. He'll backhand it down into the zone, excuse me. Nikolov back to collect. The big body just clearing space. Miller backhanding it out as well. Stripmatter takes a hit, but holds the blue line. Zemrak trying to keep their offense going. Stripmatter guiding it out to some safety again here on the near wall. Herr finishes his check on Odstrel in front of the bench. But now it's Ushindi back in his own end. We'll have a nice little backhand chip right to the stick of Sean Deacon. Excuse me, that's Austin Malley. He'll fire it, and it's caught up in the skates of the Golden Flashes. Herr to the loose puck on the near wall. Now Malley back down there in the near corner. He finishes his check. Plinta causing some trouble in that far corner. Ushindi holds the blue line. Now Herr, another backhand chip down behind the goal line. Plinta on his backhand. He'll take it all the way across the blue line and backhand it onto the left wing. There's a try by Stripmatter, picked away down there in the middle, and a blocker save by Bartlett on that centering feed. Now all the way on the half wall again. Kent State out of their own zone. Now McGuffin just going to cycle it down through. Kent State in desperate need of a line change there, and they got it. Sent all the way back down. Falkowski, the lone man, back. It's going to be icing against John Carroll with 6 minutes and 31 seconds to go here in the second period.
So far, I think Kent State's still in control of this game. I mean, John Carroll's had some overall.
Back into the zone now. Kent State at the top. Falkowski mishandled a pass. Back down into the zone. It's Covelli. Tuggy has it on his backhand on the half wall. He'll send it all the way up for Plinta, the intended receiver. Being icing against John Carroll all the way back to Kent State's end. See a face-off here to the right of Zakluski. Ready to take that draw for Kent State. It was Bianchin, but it was one straight back. Falkowski trying to hold that blue line. Plinta guiding it out for Tuggy. Tuggy across the blue line. He'll dart right across the middle and hit it. One touch pass for Tuggy all the way back. Bartlett well out of his crease. And that was Cronin crashing down with Tuggy. Rifled all the way around the end wall and to that far side. Cronin and Plinta. Plinta in the far corner looking for a passing option. Tries to hit Cronin right in front. He has Tuggy on the back door if he can gain control of it. Now all the way out to the blue line and unable to be kept in by Luke Deacon. John Carroll will tag up. They'll get a new line of forwards out there as well. Covelli sending it to some empty ice, but Falkowski just dumps it right back in. A full line change for Kent State. John Carroll looking to capitalize on it. Held up there at the center line by Colpine. 4 bodies in the mix. Now it's coming free. Sean Deacon guides it all the way into the zone. And on that back check is Henry Shea. John Carroll's attempt, a nice little no-look pass. The intended receiver was good there. It's just intercepted right in the lane. Here's a shot and a pad save. Big rebound, but kept out. Still in front. LeGreek on his backhand. He's pushed away by Kyle Holmes. Another try, speared out of the air. A low percentage shot, almost finding the nylon there. The glove down by Bartlett.
That was tremendous work by the Golden Flashes defense. That little series of 4 shots they had on. Each time they really bounced on the rebound and didn't let John Carroll have a free crack at a loose puck.
Be an ozone draw for John Carroll, tied up there and still fighting for possession. Kent State has it now off the wall. Miller trying to guide it forward. He'll throw it off the boards, and Wu briefly loses control, and Hale's hustling down. Tries to get the stick lift. That's Henry Shea on Hale well before he was near the puck. Kent State coming free with it now. It's Odstrel sending it right back down into the zone. Hale catching it below the goal line, trying to center. Now again, another centering try in front. A lot of rebounds, and it's held in there by Zakluski. Great job by the John Carroll defenseman. It was Lucas Wu that was just jarring everybody's sticks up there on that try. Get some new bodies out there for John Carroll. Ready to take this draw on the right side of Zakluski's side of the ice. Shea giving his man some trouble, and a huge reverse hit there, just standing him up. They're still tied up. Falkowski fires one in. A great screen by Miller, a little bit behind the play, but Zakluski with some focus to see it all the way through. Three minutes and 43 seconds remaining here in the second period. Of course, that huge goal by Cornell Kaibas just a couple of minutes ago to tie it up. Huge possession change. Kaibas again going up high. It was held out by Zakluski, so we get a whistle now for the hand pass again.
I think?
Yeah.
Not too sure.
They might be taking, no, just a hand pass. It's a lot of hand passes in this game, a lot more than usual. Either way, it's a neutral zone faceoff. Tied up one by Kent State. Here's McGuffin back skating all the way through.
Oh man, McGuffin reverse hit late on Plinta, man. That was gnarly.
He stayed up on his feet for sure. Now Tuggy there on the half wall. Guided all the way out to the Kent State defenseman. Plinta, that only forechecker down there. They'll just rifle it in. McGuffin is going to be down there. Took a weird bounce off the glass. Another little reverse hip check there. Stay on his feet. Little backhand, try to center, and sort of just saw him take a peek behind him, see if he had anybody there, and just shot it in on net.
Oh,
huge hit at center ice.
The
Jardine.
Flashes are laying out John Carroll right now.
There's a shot and a save, Zakluski. That was Covelli that took that hit right at the center logo.
That whole line's been bruised up this shift.
Kent State certainly had that talk at the intermission that physicality is going to have to be part of their game plan here to keep John Carroll sort of on their heels. It certainly worked so far in the second period, of course, towards the end of the first period as well. So they're starting to get physical and bodies are starting to fly. Certainly the type of hockey that, of course, us three hockey nerds up here love to see. John Carroll taking it out of the zone. It's Deacon. He'll cut right across the blue line. Sanchez able to get a stick on it. Now looking up ice, it's Colpine. Stretch feed for Hall. Hall trying to put a move on. He goes between the legs of Strittmatter, but coming to pick it up is his partner, Ushindi. Here's Camden Martin with a little room to work with. He'll slow it up on the half wall and just take it down into the zone. A huge little hip check behind the net. We saw that one being lined up from sort of a mile away. A shot, shoulder save, rolling down Bartlett's back. And some help from his fellow defenseman just grabbing onto it and keeping it where it was at.
We have an injured John Carroll player over there as well on the boards.
And he's hurting pretty bad. He kind of was subject to a classic sandwich hit between two decently sized dudes.
So we'll take a break as that blue streak down in the corner is slow to get up. We'll bring it right back to you once we're back to some play and hope he is all right.
Do you need well or pump service for your home, farm, or business? Adams & Sons Pump Service in Canton has the experience and equipment to do the job right. Since 1954, Adams & Sons have offered well drilling, pump repair, water treatment systems, holding tanks, excavation, and drainage work. Plus, quality-built, dependable stainless pumps for all applications. Adams & Sons provides experienced, bonded, and insured professionals serving all of Ohio. Call 855-4MY-WATER or visit adamspumpservice.com.
Hewitt creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Back in after the break, Camden Martin was the injured blue streak after a hip check back behind the play. He's up and off the ice, able to skate. He's staying on the bench as well, which is always a good sign. Always hope to see him back on his next shift. But we're right back to play. Just under 2 minutes remaining here in the second period. We got a tie game. Shuffled in by Shea off the end wall. Her sort of takes a spill off of a little bit of a cross check. I think that's what they're going to take him for. Either way,
interference.
Okay, yeah, they're going to take him for the interference.
Yeah, and I think he is a little upset thinking that the guy sold it a little bit, but that kind of comes hand in hand with trying to draw a penalty. You do have to give the refs a little bit of something to look at, consider sending them to the box for.
Right, so it's going to be McGuffin that is sitting for Kent State. So for the remainder of this period, of course, barring a goal, John Carroll will have the extra skater out there. We'll see how this first power play unit can get after it. They had one attempt earlier in the first period. See how they work out now. Quick face-off won by Kent State, all the way out to the point, though, for Tuggy. Tuggy to the left wing. He'll shoot one in, bouncing puck in front. Still the rebound, unable to be controlled. And behind the net, that was, Zemrak tried to throw it off the back of Bartlett. He was in a sort of awkward position. Now down low, between the legs, I think he went there on that try. Bartlett able to just glue it down. What a try, though, by Lagrica. He just caught it there on his forehand until you're down to between his legs.
That was, he's pretty quick with it, too. If anybody's ever tried that on skates, it's just hard to get your stick through your legs to get lift on that puck. And he almost put it up over his shoulder in the blink of an eye. That's, mark of a good player right there.
For sure. Right off the draw now, it's Charlie Tuggy. He has it at the high point. He'll feed Cronin in a one-touch pass back to Tuggy. Now back to Cronin. Tuggy at the high point now. He'll dust it off a couple times and hit Cronin. Now down on the goal line. Centering feed for Lagrica. The rebound out to Cronin's control. Minute 15 remaining here on this power play. Just a minute and 3 in the period. Here's Cronin. He'll send it over for Lagrica. Sort of gets caught up in his own skates and loses control of it. Quick clear by Kent State. Susie, that was Sean Deacon on that attempt for John Carroll. Charlie Tuggy starting their rush again. Here's Herr taking it over Kent State's blue line. He'll slow it up, try and spin it back for Tuggy. Now Tuggy spins it at the point, and they'll hit Plinta here on the near side. Now down low for Mitchell. Mitchell will circle the net, go across to that far side. It's Sean Deacon again. They'll trade spots. Up high, a little miscommunication. It leaves the neutral zone, so John Carroll's going to have to tag up with just 18 seconds remaining here in the period. Plinta takes a big hit down there in the near corner. He's sort of pinned and a little slow to get up, but it's cleared by Kent State. They're going to get partial of a new unit out there. Just 5 seconds left here on the period. Sean Deacon's going to get a piece, and that will expire the final seconds of the second period. That's a mouthful for sure. Tie ball game we have, John Carroll versus Kent State. We're in for a big third period.
I think what both of these teams could benefit from in the next period is spacing out and actually using all of the ice. A lot of them are getting caught up together, 3 or 4 of them all surrounding each other, and the whole other side of the ice is wide open. If they could space out and use all different parts of the ice, so many passing lanes will open up for each team.
Yeah, that is certainly one aspect that will probably be discussed in the locker room, if I had to guess, between these two coaches and these two teams. But we'll definitely have to see. But, the Kent State defense was holding strong there even, too. It was getting a little hot down there, but they certainly bent but did not break.
Yeah, I agree with that.
In that second period to the Kent State defense. And, this John Carroll team, they are fast skaters as well. So it is certainly going to be a fun-filled third period. And we'll have to see if with that fast skating, how are the legs of Kent State going to hold up here after playing a game yesterday coming into this third period. And they're all high-pressure periods here. And 20 minutes decides the fate of one of these guys this season.
For sure. Shannery and Nowak both going to give their guys their their intermission speeches, I should say. And we'll bring it back here on TenbandTV. My name is Josh Yates, with me Alex Duffalo and Ian Murray, and we'll be back for the third period of play. Now across the blue line, John Carroll goes through the middle. It's Plinta. He's pushed into that far corner, dropping it back in the high slot. One-timer by Tuggy, shuffling puck through, kept out by Barton in front, but now it's out to some safety for Kent State. It's Cronin picks it up and is looking to take it right back in. He does just that. High slot, he finds the back. Bar down for John Carroll, and they'll take the early one-goal lead.
Having a little bit of the advantage of composure in the offensive zone.
Try right in front, easy.
Case in point right there.
Back in this game. I mean, they're only down 2, but there's still plenty of time left.
And I think that was exactly the thought process in that Norton hit here on the blue line. Another try by Kent State for Kybos, but caught up in the skates there of John Carroll. Now Sean Deacon cross ice feed. He hits Camden Martin. Another drop pass, high slot. Here's Sean Deacon. He puts a move on backhand. Ew!
Wow!
What a disgusting move. Through center ice. There's Malley at the point. To some safety. Luke Deacon trying to cross it, but Kent State holding it out. Another try in front. The loose puck on their side of the ice. Now Miller drops it off and loses control of it. And Hale burning through and laying a hit down. Here's Miller with some room all alone. He fires and scores! Just hit that corner post and it ran all the way out to the neutral zone. Kent State trying to get back in now. McGuffin over the blue line. Briefly lost it. Jardine held the blue line. He leaves a shot on the ice. It just guides its way all the way through Zakluski's 5-hole.
Towards the net, and even if it wasn't tipped, it certainly affected the vision there of Zawiski.
Here's Tuggy with some room all alone. He's held out by Bartlett. They'll head to the face-off dot now. Puck dropped and won by John Carroll. And a quick turnover. Kybos fires, and it was blockered away by Zakluski. Jardine wins the face-off right off the draw. Man. He had Kybos on the back door. Off down low, that's Plinta. Backhand chip all the way out, just running him over is Cornell Kybos. The toe drag around, he goes for his backhand, scores! Walkowski trying to hold that blue line. Plinta guiding it out for Tuggy. Tuggy across the blue line, he'll dart right across the middle and hit it. One-touch pass for Tuggy all the way back. Shea giving his man some trouble, and a huge reverse hit there, just standing him up. They're still tied up. Falkowski fires one in, a great screen by Miller. Huge goal by Cornell Kybos just a couple of minutes ago to tie it up. Huge possession change. Kybos again going up high.
Get in on the secret, get into a colder beer.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save. Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Looking for real 100% natural pain relief? Hey, Kurt Angle, 1996 Olympic gold medalist and 13-time world champion here. Trust me, I know pain. You can either suffer or manage it. That's why I use Curable Active to help relieve my aches and pains naturally. Curable Active topicals have you covered with fast-acting, all-natural pain relief the Kurt Angle way. Look for Curable in stores or go to curable.com and get 20% off. Use promo code USA at KURIBL.com.
One field, one coach, one moment. That's all it takes to change a child's future. That's something that I want to be a part of. How about you? I'm Matt Major, Area Director of Ambassadors Football Pittsburgh. Get involved today. Visit us online and join the team.
Hey, it's Aaron Miller, the Pittsburgh mortgage guy, letting you know mortgage rates have dropped, and it might be time to refinance or cash out your equity. I'll run your cost-benefit options to see if it makes sense. Call me, your trusted mortgage advisor.
I use Book a Limo on all my trips. They have drivers everywhere.
I always feel safe when I travel with their chauffeurs, from hello to goodbye.
Checking rates, booking, and managing clients' reservations online is so easy.
The confirmations, trip reminders, and car status updates are great when I'm on the go.
I want my clients to have the best experience during their trip. That's why I've used Book a Limo for the past 30 years.
What's your destination? Book a limo, any car, anywhere.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices, located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices, located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Now across the blue line, John Carroll goes through the middle. It's Plinta. He's pushed into that far corner, dropping it back in the high slot. One-timer by Tuggy, shuffling puck through, kept out by Barton in front, but now it's out to some safety for Kent State. It's Cronin picks it up and is looking to take it right back in. He does just that. High slot, he finds the back. Bar down for John Carroll, and they'll take the early one-goal lead.
Having a little bit of the advantage of composure in the offensive zone.
The try right in front, easy.
Case in point right there.
Back in this game. I mean, they're only down 2, but there's still plenty of time left.
And I think that was exactly the thought process in that Norton hit here on the blue line. Another try by Kent State for Kaibas, but caught up in the skates there of John Carroll. Now Sean Deacon cross-ice feed. He hits Camden Martin. Another drop pass, high slot. Here's Sean Deacon. He puts a move on backhand. Ew!
Wow!
What a disgusting move. Through center ice. There's Malley at the point. To some safety. Luke Deacon trying to cross it, but Kent State holding it out. Another try in front. The loose puck on their side of the ice. Now Miller drops it off and loses control of it. And Hale burning through and laying a hit down. Here's Miller with some room all alone. He fires and scores! Just hit that corner post and it ran all the way out to the neutral zone. Kent State trying to get back in now. McGuffin over the blue line. Bridgely lost it. Jardine held to the blue line. He leaves a shot on the ice. It just guides its way all the way through Zakluski's 5-hole.
Towards the net, and even if it wasn't tipped, it certainly affected the vision there of Zawiski.
Here's Tuggy with some room all alone. He's held out by Bartlett. We'll head to the face-off dot now. Puck dropped and won by John Carroll. And a quick turnover. Kaibas fires, and it was blockered away by Zakluski. Jardine wins the face-off right off the draw. Man. He had Kaibas on the back door. Off down low, that's Plinta. Backhand chip all the way out. Just running him over is Cornell Kaibas. The toe drag around. He goes for his backhand, scores! Falkowski trying to hold that blue line. Plinta guiding it out for Tuggy. Tuggy across the blue line. He'll dart right across the middle and hit it. One-touch pass for Tuggy all the way back. Shea giving his man some trouble, and a huge reverse hit there, just standing him up. They're still tied up. Falkowski fires one in. A great screen by Miller. Huge goal by Cornell Kaibas just a couple of minutes ago to tie it up. Huge possession change. Kaibas again going up high.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
From horses to hunting, Carhartt to Carolina, 2 wheels or 4, from Timberland Pro to playing in the snow. What do all these people have in common? They shop at Locust Grove Country Shop in Apollo. Call 724-478-1846 or online at locustgrovepa.com.
Creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again. Hewitt creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Get in on the secret, get into a colder beer.
From horses to hunting, Carhartt to Carolina, 2 wheels or 4, from Timberland Pro to playing in the snow. What do all these people have in common? They shop at Locust Grove Country Shop in Apollo. Call 724-478-1846 or online at locustgrovepa.com.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
40 minutes down and 20 left to go. It's a tie game here at the Hope Gas Ice Pavilion. John Carroll versus Kent State University. We're tied up at 3 heading into the final frame of action here. This game will decide who plays West Virginia tomorrow in the CHMA Championship. So it's do or die here for both squads. They're looking to get out early here in the third period, get on that scoreboard. But of course, it will be a 10-second power play for John Carroll. So they're going to try and use that 10 seconds to just get into the zone and get established and build from there.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting period to say the least. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if these guys go to extras. But at the same time, you're expecting a lot of fireworks to happen in this period. I mean, tie puck game in a semifinal playoff match. Expect a lot of aggression to happen.
For sure, and I mean, John Carroll obviously just can't really do much with only 10 seconds left on the power play, but just trying to establish possession, which they're going to fail to do here as they lost the faceoff and went back beyond their own net.
Back to full strength now right out of the box, but coming right in is Tuggy with a chance. He's pushed away there by Sailing. Of course, goaltender switching sides. It's now John Carroll in white attacking from right to left, and Kent State in blue attacking from left to right. There's Tuggy evading a hit. He'll cut it right across the middle and try and send it a shot, and they score! Right off the rip, it's Colin Cronin. He gives the Blue Streaks the 1-goal lead just 30 seconds into this third period.
Yeah, an absolutely amazing goal. Check him coming up the left side of the ice here. Cuts back, sends it across to his teammate. Oh my gosh, he absolutely buried that shot. Got put on a silver platter for him right in his wheelhouse, and he let it rip.
Showing off a little bit of patience too, waiting for Bartlett to just take even just a half a second further out of that crease so that he could gain that angle and sneak it past his left shoulder, and he did just that. John Carroll, of course, going to look to add on. Kent State now playing from behind. It's been the first goal since the first period, I believe. No, that's incorrect. Cornell Kaibos had that one in the third. Or the second, excuse me. Either way, here's Shea trying to maintain John Carroll's possession. There's her cycling right back down for Zemrak. Malley down behind the cage, trying to center for Zemrak again, but Sanchez able to slow it up. Now coming to help him out, that's McGuffin. Sent all the way out and all the way down. Snap pass for Shea. Shea will send it up for Malley at the center line. He'll just shoot it down into that far corner. Lagrica trying to hit those little skate deeks to avoid the hit. But now it's just tied up there on the kick plate. Now bounces free for Kent State's possession. Coming up the left side, it's Miller. He'll skate across the blue line and shoot one in blindly. Zakluski sort of guided out. Now Sean Deacon starting the rush for John Carroll. He'll fire, and it finds the back of the net. Wow, it looked like Bartlett had a bead on it and had it stopped. But somehow it just trickled through. John Carroll is going to notch one more. We'll wait and see. The officials immediately skating over to the scorer's table. But if it stands, it will be another one for John Carroll, and that'll be for Sean Deacon.
Yeah, it looks like it just trickled on through. It must have found a little cavity in his freezing up position there.
Wait and see. It was Camden Martin, yeah, he was escorted to the box after that goal. So it's going to be 2 minutes for John Carroll and 2 minutes assessed to Kent State for Jack Hale. So those will not be coincidental, and it'll be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Of course, that goal still standing for John Carroll, so it is a 5-3 game for the Blue Streaks. We've got a little extra ice to work with here with an extra skater off for each squad. There's Covelli now feeding Tuggy on that right side. They'll send it back to Covelli in that slot, but backhanding it out is Kaibos, a little slow to bring it back. He had an opportunity, but that pass was just a little bit tardy to the party. Here's Jardine. He throws on the brakes below the goal line. Here's a chance. The puck way up into the air. It drops down behind the cage. Now up high, it's Falkowski. He'll shuffle one in, and it was tied up there right in front. Now sent out to the neutral zone for Malley. Malley will shoot one in. He somehow got it through. Was trying to hit Luke Deacon. Just a lot of traffic there, and snuck all the way through. Jardine again trying to take it in, but he's just fighting off that tough back check from Luke Deacon. 50 seconds left on the power play. Taking it around that left side. Gonna try on, that was McGuffin. Wu slams his man into the boards. McGuffin from the seat of his pants trying to get it up. Now Wu in the far corner. Throws on the brakes and evades a hit. All the way out to the blue line in Kent State's control. Again, it's McGuffin. He fights off a hit from Wu. Now Sanchez circling the net. They'll feed McGuffin again. Back to Wu with some space. That's Sanchez, excuse me. He fired and missed wide. We have a delayed penalty. There's a golden flash still on the ice. John Carroll's going to head to the box, I believe. Lucas Wu for John Carroll being escorted. Just 13 seconds left until those initial penalties expire.
Yeah, and I mean, it's an excellent opportunity now here for Kent State to try to get themselves back in this game. It's almost starting to feel like a carbon copy of the first period where, you know, John Carroll jumped out to the 3-goal lead here with goals early in the period, and then it was all Kent State from there on out. So Kent State is certainly not out of this one yet.
For sure, of course, they will have some penalty killing time like you mentioned. Here's Kaibos taking it across the blue line with a little room. He just briefly lost control of it. John Carroll swatting it out to some safety. So now they get another skater. Kent State, that is. So John Carroll will have 4 men for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Little puck battle down low, right in front. Kaibos fires. Strittmatter got a piece of it and sent it up and out of play. Kaibos in a high danger zone there.
Yeah, and that's just incredible bravery and defense by Strittmatter there to just step up in front of that shot, because he brought it from downtown. He wound up for that one, so definitely was going to hurt, but no matter what, you hop in front of it and save your netminder from having to make any type of save.
1 minute and 24 seconds remaining on this power play for Kent State. Face off one, Katea trying to hold the blue line. But Malley has a chance. Burning it down that right side was Herr. Herr fighting through traffic down low. He's just going to try and glue it to that kick plate for as long as possible. Now Kent State picking it free. Cross ice skating in front of John Carroll's bench. That is Bianchin. They'll send it backward for Avellino. Excuse me, that's Kaibos. There's Kaibos again from the high slot. One-timer saved by Zakluski. That was Katea to Kaibos, and the shot on that left wing, excuse me, from, I believe, Nikolov. Excuse me, that's Jules Jardine. Face off to the right is Zakluski here, tied up in the far corner. Shea poking it forward. Evading that hit, Kaibos again. He'll hold it on his backhand. Try and dip it around in center. He still has control of it, though. Now Katea fires and misses wide. That was quite the loud reverb off the glass. That had some power behind it. Katea sending it right back into the zone. He catches it right back at the blue line. He takes a hit for his efforts. Now down below the goal line, centering. Cornell Kaibos shot, and it sounded like it hit the paddle of Zakluski's stick. Kaibos was on that back door again, but Zakluski just stopping that try. as it slowly danced through his blue paint. Just 13 seconds remaining on the power play for Kent State.
Yeah, and I mean, it'll probably be worth mentioning too. It looks like Brown, I believe who it was, is getting looked at outside the Kent State locker room over there. He's off the bench at the moment, so we'll have to keep an eye on to see if he comes back at all. But if not, that is going to be a big loss there for the John Carroll.
Sean Deacon into the zone over Kent State's blue line. A little reverse hit there in the far corner. Now coming in is Kyle Holmes for Kent State. Back behind his own net, it's Katea starting the rush. He'll hit Colpine there at the center line, trying to get it in. Malley gives him a little trouble though. Out of his net is Bartlett. He'll just swing it around that far side. Now Holmes in front of his own bench, just jabbing at it forward. John Carroll a little offsides as Tuggy takes a slash as he entered in. He's a little offsides, and he's hurting.
Yeah, he got hit pretty good.
Talked about the physicality sort of ramping up there at the start of the second period. As now it's carrying over into the third as well. That is Tuggy still slow to get up. Of course, you never want to see any player down on the ice, but quite the important one Charlie Tuggy is for John Carroll in their offense. He's tied for third in the ACHA in points. He has 20 points in his last 8 games, which is just an unbelievable number to look at. But he is up and skating to the bench. A little bit of help from Cronin.
Guys on the bench opened the door for him. He skated right by it.
I mean, you certainly don't want to see that now for John Carroll, as you have Martin getting looked at now, and now you have Tuggy shaking up on the play here. And if this score stands here now, those two are going to be very important tomorrow in the championship game for John Carroll. So if those guys aren't able to go, that is going to be a huge loss there for John Carroll.
We'll wait and see how those two guys play a role into the John Carroll offense, see if it is a visible change in their offense. There's going to be guys filling in roles that they don't usually play, playing on lines they don't typically play on. We'll see if John Carroll can adapt and hang on to this lead. Here's Malley from the high slot. He feeds Sean Deacon a shot, and he was hunting up high, but Bartlett caught a glove of it. Here's LaGreca down low. He takes a hit from Kyle Holmes. A minute and 38 still to go on this power play. There's Malley from the point, all the way over to Cronin. Cronin back to Malley. Malley to Sean Deacon, across ice feed, they score! Zemrak gets the deflection and redirects it to give them the power play goal.
And this is giving flashbacks to the first period. The dominance that John Carroll had to start the game, they've now regained it. Up by 3, 6-3 now. You'll see here, I mean, just beautiful puck movement. They seem to have figured out the Golden Flashes and how they're wanting to set up. And just an absolutely gorgeous finish.
And they sort of had that 4-high look and just sort of forgot about Zemrak there, and he just sort of floated right into the middle, allowing for that shot from Deacon, get the deflection right past the outstretched skate of Bartlett to make it a 3-goal cushion. Here's the center ice draw with 13 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the third period. It's do or die here for the Kent State Golden Flashes. Backs against the wall. We'll see if they can come through and start to chip away. Here's Sanchez. He sends it across for Bianchin, now into the zone. It's Sailing. Sailing trying to hit Colpine, crashing in, but it's a stick lift by the late man for John Carroll. Delayed penalty against Kent State again. So there's a down man for John Carroll. It's going to be Zach Zemrak slow to get up. But he gets up on his own accord. And skating by himself as well. We'll wait and see who gets sent to the bench. penalty bench, I should say. The officials there at center ice talking with their captains. There's 5 minutes up on the penalty board assessed to Kent State. They gave him a 5-minute major and a game misconduct, so we will not see Bryce Colpine anymore in this game. His night ends early here in this semifinal game.
Yeah, John Carroll's head coach over there having a word with the official after this one. He was actually having words, too, with both the officials before this period got underway as well. So don't know exactly what those conversations were about, but Kent State's going to have someone serve this penalty as well.
It's going to be Nick Katea. He's sitting for the Golden Flashes. John Carroll right back on the power play. One-timer, LaGreca, easy. It was Sean Deacon again, setting the stage. Now John Carroll with a 4-goal cushion. It's LaGreca netting that one through, and of course that will not kill the penalty. Just 9 seconds into that power play for John Carroll, so still a lot of shorthanded time for the Golden Flashes.
And there must be something going on this ice here today. Both third periods just ending up being absolute blowouts in this game. Somewhat close games in general, and then all of a sudden just pulling away from the teams that they're facing.
Yeah, for our true CHMA fans out there, that's been the story the entire tournament. Last night in the quarterfinal rounds as well, just some offensive onslaughts in the third. Here's another try for John Carroll in front, bouncing puck. Still Bartlett in a terrible position. Another try, it misses wide. Falkowski to the loose puck. Now Cronin coming to give help as well. All the way out to the point for Tuggy. He'll dance it all the way in. Shoulder save for Bartlett. The rebound knocked down by Kent State, and they'll get the clear. So it's a sigh of relief, and they're not even a minute into this penalty kill yet. Zemrak evading a hit in the neutral zone by Jardine. John Carroll taking it across the blue line. It's Luke Deacon. Down on the left wing. It's Plinta. Now Luke Deacon at the point. Back to Plinta. He'll take it all the way in and fire. A big rebound. Tuggy fires up high, misses wide. Now Shea in the far corner. A nice puck battle down there. They're just going after it. Now scooping it up, it's Bryson Miller. He'll quickly ditch a hit. Kill a little bit of time off of it. Sent all the way down by Kent State. There's Zakluski out of his net. 3 minutes and 30 seconds still remaining in this power play for John Carroll. Here's Shea up the left wall. He'll just take it in for himself, skate right past Malley. Centering in close, Plinta went for the shot. Now up high, Malley with a drive, a big rebound. Outside and cleared by Kent State. All the way down to Zakluski. Here comes John Carroll again. It's Deacon upward for Malley. Malley, that slot cross ice feed. He tries to get the redirect. That's LaGreca. He's just taken to the wall down there, giving him some pressure as Odstrel. Another try, low angle. Sean Deacon drops it off, cross ice. Here's a chance for Kent State if they hurry. It's a foot race. All the way down, it's Bianchin by himself, backhand. And he scores. We're confused where the puck was, but he does find the back. I think Zakluski wasn't even sure if it got in or not. Just outside that left toe of Zakluski. Kent State gets a shorty.
And I mean, that one's even huge there as well. You know, 1 goal back, and still with 10 minutes, you can certainly still come back in this one, especially if you start thinking about pulling the goalie here as we're looking at the replay here. And yeah, he just went to the other side of the net, and he just was able to book it out the stretch pad there of Zuliski.
Still 2 minutes and 30 seconds of John Carroll power play. But that shorthanded goal, like you said, it just gives a little bit of hope, a little bit of momentum for that Kent State bench. We've seen them come back from the deficit already. See if they can keep playing from behind and keep chipping away. Bring themselves back into this game. Here's a chance for Legrica. Another opportunity if they hurry. It's Jardine trying to feed Sanchez, picked off by the back checker for John Carroll. Down there it's Tuggy. Now Tuggy forward for Cronin. Cronin in on the left side centering, but picked away by Sanchez. Sanchez and Kaibos, the two short-handed. Golden flashes a shot and a blocker saved by Zakluski. Glove down by Cronin. Minute and 40 left on the John Carroll power play. Here's Malley up the left side. He'll take it in for himself. Slow it up on the left wing. Try and send it out to safety, and he does just that. Luke Deacon gonna send it to his defensive partner. That's Tanner Plinta on this power play unit. Now Malley. Trying to guide it forward. Norton slowing him up though. There's Luke Deacon over Kent State's line. Malley in the high slot fires and missing to the right. Soft chip out by Kent State, finds the stick of Sealing, trying to get around that last man. He does, but he takes a hit down into that corner. Both bodies hit the ice. It's John Carroll in control of the puck. Under a minute left on the John Carroll power play. Right across the center line, Plinta, he drops it off for Mitchell. Kaibos trying to do his best to close off those passing lanes with that long reach. They're going to call him offsides as Herr was a little premature on the entry. Eight minutes and 25 seconds left to go here in the third period. Neutral ice draw, won by John Carroll with just 40 seconds left on the power play. Cavelli shoots one in. It's sticked to the corner by Bartlett. That one evading the rafters, staying in play and shot right back in by Lucas Wu. It's Wu and Jardine sort of playing catch now. Wu's going to take it into the zone and fire, but Falkowski got a deflection. Sent it up into the netting and out of play again.
That's pretty fancy play by Wu. Kind of danced his way through the middle there just to try and get a shot off. It's rare to see that from defensemen.
Face off right back and a shot on the big rebound. Looking for that tap in was Maroon. Now down low, it's Kraft. Here's Zakluski banging his stick on the ice. Just 4 seconds left on the power play until Kent State gets their fifth skater back. It's now a 3-goal game since that 5-minute penalty. Here's John Carroll again. Wu into the zone. Maroon fighting forward on the blue line as well. Now Kraft guiding it backward for Covelli. Into the zone, Maroon giving chase. Back to collected those, Kyle Holmes. Holmes hits Hale. Hale for Miller. He's just going to take it across that penalty box. Dump it in, but Kraft just reverses it the other way. Here's Norton on that right wing, trying to evade. He's taken to the ice. Great job by that John Carroll defenseman to close him off. Delayed penalty against John Carroll. They're going to take Covelli on that cross check behind the play.
Oh, it's an opportunity now for Kent State to get this one within 2 now here, and this is crucial time here. If Kent State can really get one here on this power play, then they're going to be right back into it here with just about 4 minutes to go, and that's going to be plenty of time for the Golden Flashes to be able to put 2 in the back of the net there. But if you're John Carroll here, if you kill this one off, that's almost going to be the game sealer here. So this is going to be a big 2 minutes here upcoming.
Certainly, like you said, the goal here on the power play would put them within striking distance. We're getting right to it now. Cross ice, here's Katea centering in tight, hits off the iron, they score! Just 17 seconds on the Kent State power play. And like we were saying, here come the Golden Flashes. They got a chance now. A 2-goal game with 6:41 remaining in the third.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just take a look at this one here, and you know, it was all closed up on that one side. Saul, the bank was wide open on the other side, and he just get it over there, and they were able to poke it in there for Kent State. And I mean, it's just like going back to the first period. Ever since those final few minutes, you just feel like this Kent State team is never out of it, and they are certainly showing it here right now, as it looked like they were down and they were almost out of it here, and then they've crawled their way all the way back. And this is going to be a final heck of 6 minutes and 25 seconds remaining.
That's for sure. Here's John Carroll trying to reinstate their lead. Of course, get another insurance goal. Here's Sean Deacon. He'll rifle one in. Malley giving chase down low. Now all the way back to the neutral zone. Sean Deacon towing Kent State's blue line. Softly guiding it through. Kent State off the back of their cage. There's Kyle Holmes. Centering in tight, but picked away by Kent State. Here's Jardine over the blue line and cross centering feed. Shot from the high slot, patted away by Zakluski. Slow man up for John Carroll, and Kent State just trying to barrel their way through traffic. Here's Covelli, though, for John Carroll. He'll shoot one in off the end wall, collecting it. Falkowski allowing for Kent State to get a quick change. Now there's Brady Hall swiping for it, and it's sent right back in by LaGreca. Kent State again. Parker right in front of his own bench. He'll just reverse the boards. On the far side, he finds Adrian Sanchez. Oddstroll dumping it right back into the zone as well. Here's Sanchez on his backhand, spinning, evading traffic. Now down low, it's Hall. That's Parker. Reversing it to the far side. Plinta chipping at it, trying to get it out of the zone. Tuggy just guides it out himself. He's surrounded by blue jerseys there. He'll shoot one in, and that rebound was pretty big for that low percentage shot. Either way, Kent State grabs control. Parker guiding it through center ice. That's picked away by John Carroll. Cronin gives his man a stick check as well. Now some new bodies for John Carroll and some new legs for Kent State. Throwing it off the wall, McGuffin hits Hale. Hale sort of fanning on the pass, but it still gets to the intended target. Turning it around, that's Zemrak. Kent State unable to get a clean entry here in the last couple of minutes. So there's a trip. Assessed to John Carroll. Another power play opportunity for Kent State. Of course, they capitalized early on their last power play attempt. It would be just as sweet and even bigger if they could do it in sort of the same amount of time early in that power play so they can have more clock to work with 5-on-5. Of course, after it expires. Penalty assessed to Sam Herr. Now here's Kent State. It's Katea from the slot trying to hit that bump man. That's Miller. Now glued up on the wall down low. Up high for Katea. We'll take it right across the middle. On that far side, it's Jardine. He'll cut in right in the high slot, but picked away by John Carroll. That's Sean Deacon that was able to get just a little piece of his stick on it and send it out. Minute 30 left on the power play. Here's Jardine taking it across the blue line. And on the right side, he takes a hit. He'll get it down deep into the zone. It's Bianchin behind the net. Centering shot, a save by Zakluski. It was into his glove. Unable to keep it, though. Here's Jardine with a toe drag shot. Blocked in the lane by Sean Deacon. Pushed to the near corner. Centering for Jardine again. Katea at the point. He hits Kaibos. Kaibos with a nice little backhand toe drag. They'll try and center it in tight again. A lot of bodies. See if Kent State can hold the blue line, and they do. Katea with that long reach, keeping it on the blue paint. Now here's Kaibos down low. Kaibos again, goal line up high. He feeds Katea. Katea on the far side. He hits Jardine. One-touch pass. Katea in the slot. Now they'll trade places. And Kaibos will take it over on that left side. He'll hit Jardine right on the half wall. 32 seconds on the power play. A drive blocked right in front by Sean Deacon. Still it's loose. Another try. Outside the cage, it's Katea fighting for it down low. Kaibas giving chase down low. 19 seconds on the power play, and it's stopped by Zakluski.
I don't think Kent State's really doing anything different this power play than the one they did previously. They're putting a lot of shots on net and really testing John Carroll's netminder, but so far they just have yet to break down that wall. It's looking like they might end up back on even strength and having to figure this all out, as looks like we have a timeout coming up.
Got a timeout here, 2 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the game, just 19 on the power play. As they'll get their words in now and get ready for these final 2.5 minutes.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Looking for a real 100%.
After the timeout, both teams ready to go here for this final 2.5 minutes, 19 seconds still to go on the Kent State power play. See if Kent State can find what they're looking for on this power play attempt and make it a one-goal game.
Yep, Kent State has also pulled the goalie here. Now as Bartlett is over there on the bench for Kent State, so it's going to be 6-on-4 now.
Got the extra skater out there. Here's Kaibas a fire. Backdoor try, and it's kept out by Zakluski. Clutch save. Sent all the way down, and Katea back to collect it. It's back to 6-on-5 now, as back out of the box is the John Carroll skater. Now Jardine taking it up. Cutting right across that center logo. On the left side on the half wall. He'll slow it up in that corner, try and hit it up high, and he does. It's a one-time try by Jardine, missing wide. Katea pushing it even deeper into the zone. Couple bodies on the ground in front of the crease. Jardine advancing it forward. Now here's Katea, one-touch pass, still in front. Some chaos. It's kept out. Shea just going to shoot it all the way out. And here's an opportunity. Empty net. It just misses wide. That was off the stick. Tanner Plinta still, he's fighting for it alone in that Kent State zone. We'll send it back to some safety. That's Cornell Kaibas. Kaibas cutting right across the middle. He'll slow it up right at the top of the faceoff circle. Katea from the point. One-timer held a couple dusted off shots a little bit. And that was Jules Jardine that fired it all the way in. Zakluski gloved it out of midair. Just under a minute remaining here in this game. Kent State needs a miracle here.
Yeah, they certainly do. But, I mean, even if John Carroll does pull this one out like it looks like they will, Kent State can certainly hold their heads high as the way they have fought in this game. They're down 3-0 early, fought all the way back to even it up here, and then they fought all the way back here just to make this one a game here in the final minute.
John Carroll just relentless here on this final penalty kill. Of course, they're not killing a penalty, but they have the extra skater out there. They're just holding their structure there. There's a empty net attempt, and it's just outside that right peg. Now we get the whistle for the icing. 37 seconds left. So we'll head back down to Kent State's offensive side of the ice. Of course, the winner of this heading off to the championship tomorrow afternoon against West Virginia University, as they pulled off the upset earlier today against #1 IUP. There's a shot off the one-time try for Katea, still bouncing in front. Now it's to John Carroll's control. Austin Malley going to take a shot at it, and it bounces all the way in. Austin Malley with the cherry on top. Makes it a 3-goal game, and John Carroll is heading back to try and hold on to that title that they gained last year of the CHMA champions.
Yeah, and that's just a brutal way to go. I mean, Kent State fought really hard to get back in this game. It was such a good game to watch, but you know, there's Malley with the dagger, and John Carroll will give WVU a run for the money. That's going to be a good, chippy game.
Of course, we will be on the call tomorrow with TenbandTV as well for that championship matchup. Of course, we've seen it throughout the tournament. The West Virginia home crowd has sort of been the story, how they're sort of guiding the Mountaineers through this tournament and getting them all the way to the championship. See if they can hold off John Carroll for another upset. They're the number 4 seed. They'll be facing John Carroll, the number 2 seed. As that's the final seconds of the semifinal matchup between WVU and John Carroll. And the Blue Streaks are skating their way to the CHMA championship.
Yeah, and I mean, overall, just a great game to watch. There's a lot of back and forth going on, and it's going to be exciting to see this matchup tomorrow between John Carroll and WVU. I'm expecting a lot of fireworks, and this place is going to be packed and loud.
It certainly will be, but even on the Kent State side of things, hold your heads held high here as you head off the ice. You put up one heck of a fight against the number 2 team and the reigning CHMA champions there, as well, as they're looking to get back-to-back here, and they are just a powerhouse over there in John Carroll, and you certainly held your own against them. So hold your heads held high, but it's certainly going to be a fun matchup there tomorrow, and we're going to have to see how that one winds up playing out here on TenbandTV.
Certainly, like we said, John Carroll, WVU, we'll see how it all unfolds tomorrow. That's where we'll close out this game for TenbandTV. My name is Josh Yates. With me, Alex Duffalo and Ian Murray. Everybody have a good night. Now across the blue line, John Carroll goes through the middle. It's Plinta. He's pushed into that far corner, dropping it back in the high slot. One-timer by Tuggy, shuffling puck through, kept out by Barton in front, but now it's out to some safety for Kent State. It's Cronin picks it up and is looking to take it right back in. He does just that. High slot, he finds the back. Bar down for John Carroll, and they'll take the early 1-goal lead.
Having a little bit of the advantage of composure in the offensive zone.
The try right in front, easy.
Case in point right there.
Back in this game. I mean, they're only down 2, but there's still plenty of time left.
And I think that was exactly the thought process in that Norton hit here on the blue line. Another try by Kent State for Kaibas, but caught up in the skates there of John Carroll. Now Sean Deacon cross-ice feed. He hits Camden Martin. Another drop pass, high slot. Here's Sean Deacon. He puts a move on backhand. Ew!
Wow!
What a disgusting move. Through center ice. There's Malley at the point. To some safety, Luke Deacon trying to cross it, but Kent State holding it out. Another try in front. The loose puck on their side of the ice. Now Miller drops it off and loses control of it. And Hale burning through and laying a hit down. Here's Miller with some room all alone. He fires and scores! Just hit that corner post and it ran all the way out to the neutral zone. Kent State trying to get back in now. McGuffin over the blue line. Briefly lost it. Jardine held the blue line. He leaves a shot on the ice. It just guides its way all the way through Zakluski's 5-hole.
Towards the net, and even if it wasn't tipped, it certainly affected the vision there of Zwiski.
Here's Dougie with some room all alone, but he's held out by Bartlett. We'll head to the face-off dot now. Puck dropped and won by John Carroll, and a quick turnover. Kybos fires, and it was blockered away by Zakluski. Jardine wins the face-off right off the draw. Man. He had Kybos on the back door. Off down low, that's Plinta. Backhand chip all the way out, just running him over is Cornell Kybos. The toe drag around, he goes for his backhand, scores! Falkowski trying to hold that blue line. Plinta guiding it out for Tuggy. Tuggy across the blue line, he'll dart right across the middle and hit it. One-touch pass for Tuggy all the way back. Shea giving his man some trouble, and a huge reverse hit there, just standing him up. They're still tied up. Falkowski fires one in, a great screen by Miller. Huge goal by Cornell Kybos just a couple of minutes ago to tie it up. Huge possession change. Kybos again going up high. Of course, goaltender switching sides. It's now John Carroll in white attacking from right to left, and Kent State in blue attacking from left to right. There's Tuggy evading a hit. He'll cut it right across the middle and try and send it a shot, and they score! Blue line and shoot one in blindly. That's Zakluski sort of guided out. Now Sean Deacon starting the rush for John Carroll. He'll fire, and it finds the back of the net.
Wow.
So John Carroll will have 4 men for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Little puck battle down low, right in front. Kybos fires, Strittmatter. Excuse me, that's Kybos. There's Kybos again from the high slot. One-timer, save. Play on. We'll see if John Carroll can adapt and hang on to this lead. Here's Malley from the high slot. He feeds Sean Deacon a shot, and he was hunting up high. 1:38 still to go on this power play. There's Malley from the point, all the way over to Cronin. Cronin back to Malley. Malley to Sean Deacon. Across ice feed, they score! Zemrak gets the deflection. He's sitting for the Golden Flashes. John Carroll back on the power play. One-timer, Lagrika, easy. Pressure is Odstrel. Another try, low angle. Sean Deacon drops it off, cross ice. Here's a chance for Kent State if they hurry. It's a foot race. All the way down, it's Bianchin by himself, backhand. And he scores. The goal here on the power play would put them within striking distance. We're getting right to it now. Cross ice, here's Katea centering in tight, hits off the iron, they score! Just 17 seconds on the Kent State power play. There's a shot off the one-time try for Katea, still bouncing in front. Now it's to John Carroll's control. Austin Malley going to take a shot at it, and it bounces all the way in. Austin Malley